and all protocol observed, and the audience present here today. It's my humble pleasure and privilege to join you in the celebration of the 38th anniversary of the Founders' Day. I really feel humbled and privileged to be with you here today. Today I also acknowledge the various professors who are here with us. It is an honor and privilege to be amongst you in my capacity of Professor of Law at the University of Nairobi. As already cited, I sit as a judge of the Court of Appeal of the Republic of Kenya. By the same token, I do serve as Director of Judiciary Training Institute of the Republic of Kenya. And in that capacity, I do prepare curriculum for continuous judicial training of the judges and magistrates in the Republic of Kenya. With regard to intellectual property, I'll be able to share with you my thoughts and experiences in relation to protection of intellectual property. That will come from my background when I used to serve in Geneva as the chairman of the Paris Union. Those of you who are familiar with intellectual property and the international governance structure would recognize and appreciate that we have the World Intellectual Property Organization, and its assembly is known as the Paris Union, which was established in 1889, and I had the privilege to serve as the chairperson of the Paris Union. Thank you. I may do add that during my tenure as the chairperson of the Paris Union, those of you who might be aware, the current Nigerian Foreign Affairs Minister, Geoffrey Onyama, was one of the directors at WIPO, and we served together. I was the chairman, he was a director, and we enjoyed our tour of duty during our days in Geneva. I'll be able to save the persons running this. I won't make my presentation or my talk following the slide. The topic is good enough for it to be, I won't follow the slide. I'll engage in conversation and dialogue. But be that as it may, some of the headings will be there. But basically all I'm saying, I won't follow the slide. I'll be able just to address the audience. So don't bother with the slide, I won't be able to move it. You've got it? Good. What is the topic for today? If we look at the topic for presentation, is intellectual property in the context of developing countries, the quest for national innovation system. The quest for national innovation system. Today I want to start by examining not only the concept of intellectual property, I want to start from the premise that all of us understand what is intellectual property. However, it is much more important to have a common understanding of a subject. I do not belittle the knowledge that you do have with regard to this subject, but let's start from the known as we go towards the unknown. The known is that intellectual property, for those of us who are young in the field, the phrase intellectual property comes from two words, intellect and property. Intellect and property. Intellect basically referring to creations of the mind. Creations of the mind. That when we refer to intellectual property, we are referring to creations of the human mind. That the human mind is creative. We can create things. And when we create things, then we own them. But how do we create things? How do we create things? To be able to understand intellectual property, there are three concepts that we need to appreciate. Three concepts. And that will be the heart of my lecture this session. We need to appreciate the concept of ideation, what an idea is. We need to appreciate what is creativity. And lastly, we need to appreciate what is innovation. So when I'm done with my lecture today, if you understand the difference between those three, then you'll have understood my lecture. What is an idea? What is creativity? And what is innovation? Those three things. We need to appreciate what is an idea, what is creativity, and what is innovation.